Yep, some of us have to film.
Does she have to film?
Okay, guys, I need you all to focus here. I know we're gonna have some fun today, and good fun, not just English fun. We're gonna have some good fun, but I need you all to focus and pay attention. So, awesome. How many of you have had those days where you do, like you plan and you do everything that you can, then it totally flops on its side? Raise your hand. Yep, I have a great example of this. When I was 10 years old, my little brother James was 8, and my little sister was like 4 or 5 years old. My mom comes to us and she says, "Hey, do you guys want a dog, or do you guys want a little brother?" And of course, being 10 and 8 and 4 years old, we were like, "We want a dog. We want a dog because that's exactly what we've always dreamed of. We had exactly what breed we wanted, where we keep it, how many, where we keep it, where we can put the litter box, and we walk it every day. We had that all planned out. However, the next day, our mother comes up to us and says, "Kids, I'm sorry, but you don't have a choice anymore. You're going to have a little brother." And while we were heartbroken at the time, after several years, I realized no one plays fetch better than my brother Ben. If I need flour from downstairs in the pantry, I say, "Hey Ben, go grab me some flour from downstairs." He gets it. It's so nice. Also, if he makes a mess, I just tell him, "Hey, you clean it up." And he cleans it up. If he wants to go for a walk, Ben takes himself for a walk. He's actually a cross-country runner, and so he goes on lots of walks. But anyway, so now that it's been several years, we can laugh about that. So even at the time, we expected to have a puppy, but we didn't get a puppy at the time. But, so we call this irony. All right, everyone in your journals, under grammar number 7, write, when something expected turns out to be the opposite. All right, I'm going to give you guys just a few minutes to do that. Can you hear me better with the microphone? That's it? Good. All right. We have 3 different kinds of irony. We have situational irony, where the silly situations, like the dog and my little brother. Or we have dramatic irony, when somebody doesn't know that's happening. But today we're going to focus on something called verbal irony. Something that somebody says, but they mean the exactly complete opposite. Okay? So while you guys are writing the 3 different kinds of verbal irony, we are going to practice some verbal irony. All right, everybody have those three kinds of irony written down? All right, yes?
What's the last irony?
Verbal irony. Verbal irony. Yes? Dramatic irony. The first one was situational, the second was dramatic, and the third is verbal irony. Okay? So we are going to practice recognizing verbal irony. Under your definitions, I want you all to make a little T-chart like this. Okay? We're going to have little clips, and people are going, and it's the Studio C Christmas card clip. All right? I know you love that. And I want you to pay attention to what the ladies are saying. Sometimes they say things, all right? And what you're going to put is what they say in one column, and then you're going to go over here and write what they actually mean in the other column, all right? Everyone have their T-chart?
Hey neighbors! We're so excited to see new faces. If you ever need anything, we're right next door.
Oh, and real quick, no big deal, but we noticed you don't leave your porch light on, and we were hoping you might do that. Just because we have a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and we try to keep things nice and safe so they can play at night. Like I said, no big deal if you forget. I'll just leave a little post-it note to remind you. Just want to make you aware.
Season's greetings, the Hartfords.
All right, pause it right there. All right. So, when Mrs. Hartford says in the card, "Hey, no big deal," does she really mean that? No. How many people write about
light switches in their Christmas cards. You write about light switches in your Christmas cards?
Every day.
Every day? Wow. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Can you write me one? I'd love that.
Not Christmas.
What about St. Patrick's Day card? That's not for like another one. I might be here till then. Anyways, well, let's talk about here. What they say, she says, hey, it's no big deal. All right, she says it's no big deal. So write that. We'll be writing these as we go along. We're gonna have 5 Christmas cards. I'm gonna say, no, she says no big deal here, but what she really means is it's a huge deal. All right. Any questions so far about verbal irony? Anybody? Everybody getting it pretty well? Nod your head. Okay, I'm seeing a few nods. Awesome. Let's keep going. Maybe this will help.
Hi, Hartfords. Thanks so much for the warm welcome. By the way, the cookies were delicious.
Carol, be sure to leave that porch light on for you. I noticed that most of those kids playing out there are yours. I actually saw the youngest one eating dirt the other day, and I thought, so cute. You must be so proud. Merry Christmas, love the Joneses.
All right. Let me ask you this. When Mrs. Jones says, ah, so cute, does she really mean that? No. Nope. Nope. All right. So in her say here, she means, right, she says, so cute. But what does she really mean?
It's disgusting.
That's absolutely disgusting. Q's are not G's. All right. Okay, so next one, there are going to be several examples, okay? I want you, at the end of this one, I want you guys each to choose your own example and shows what it means, all right? Mrs. Banks?
Hi, Joneses. Hard to believe it's already been a year. Seems just like yesterday you moved in.
Jennifer, thank you for all of the makeover tips you've given me. You really have shared a lot of advice about improving my appearance.
We hope you enjoy the baked goods we left you. Carol really outdid herself this year.
And thanks for the ones you left us. Oh, that's right, you didn't send any. Oh, JK. We know Jennifer's really busy with the blog and her cat, and we have 6 kids, but oh well.
We love having you as neighbors. Looking forward to the new year.
Oh, and just a friendly reminder about that porch light. We know it's easy to forget, but, you know, kids and safety, it's important. Maybe you just haven't been seeing the Post-it notes I've been leaving. All our love, the Hartfords.
Thank you, Ms. Banks. Okay. How many, would someone volunteer to give me an example of dramatic irony from that clip? Nobody will volunteer, I will call. Let's see here. Fella, back in the grease shirt, would you mind giving us an example of verbal irony? All right.
She says, we know that you're busy with everything, but she really means she's not.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Anyone else? Yes?
She's like, we love having you as neighbors and
Yes. So when she says that in kind of a sarcastic way, isn't it? Kind of, a form of verbal irony is sarcasm. When you say, ah, that makes me laugh. And you're not laughing. You're just wondering why. Example?
when she says, thank you for like all the appearance tips.
Mm-hmm. Oh, exactly. Just like she said, thank you. Did she really mean thank you? All right, so everyone, on your say part, write one of those 3 examples. We had 3 great examples here. I'm just for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to write the thank you example. And she's like, what she says thank you, but what she means is, I didn't really want those. want those kids. Okay, awesome. 2 more cards. Here we go.
Hey, Hartfords. You two are the best. Thanks again for those cookies.
Carol, you were just the sweetest. I'm sure no one would accomplish anything in this neighborhood if you weren't there to tell them what to do and how to do it all the time. And those Post-its are great. You must be keeping that company in business. They must really love you. That's great.
We gotta have you two over for dinner sometime. Maybe New Year's?
Yeah, Carol can cook and I can help take care of that small army you have for a family. Didn't the oldest one graduate this year? Oh, or was he the one who dropped out to start a ska band? Oh my goodness, I hope not. I would feel awful for bringing that up.
All our love, the Joneses.
All right, right there. Okay. So, when she says, "Oh, I would feel awful about that," she doesn't mean it, does she? No. All right, write that down. So what she says, I would feel awful about that, but what she really means is, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad at all. Okay, that is the last one. I want you to pay special attention, because it's going to change a little bit. Okay? I want you to tell me, what's going to happen is afterwards, I'm going to split you up in partners, and you're going to talk about it, okay?
Well, another year has passed and...
Yet you still forget to turn on that stupid porch light! Trained monkeys could do that! Even untrained monkeys might accidentally bump against the light switch! You're doing it on purpose, Jennifer! I know you are on purpose!
We hope this Christmas fills you with
Since your
happiness.
life is empty! Hate the Hartfords!
All right. Not everybody, people call each other monkeys. No, are saying they're monkeys would be more efficient. Did she really mean what she meant by calling her a monkey or saying the monkey more efficient? I want you to talk to your neighbor about this and if it is verbal irony or not. All right? So I want you guys to come right here, and right here, and here. Don't go partner, pair up with somebody else. Okay? Let's go. 10 seconds. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me. Awesome. Okay. So, by the raise of hands, how many believe that Mrs. Hartford meant what she said by that? All right. We've got some good hands up. Excellent. Knowing that, was this verbal irony? Raise your hand and say yes. Everyone's hand should be up. No, I'm sorry, no. Exactly. I'm so sorry. This is not verbal irony because she says something and she means it. All right? Whereas it's a whole verbal irony thing that they say it and it totally means the complete opposite. Okay? So, we're going to be practicing verbal irony. Mrs. Banks, would you take us back to our slideshow, please? Another popular form of verbal irony are memes. Okay? How many of you like verbal irony? If we have time at the end, we will watch the rest. How many of you love memes like this? Raise your hand. I think, if they're clean, I really enjoy good memes too. Oh. So, here are some great examples here. Guys, I need to focus. We're going to have some fun. Okay. So here, each one at the top has a question. For example, here. Oh, you know how to make a meme? But here it's like dripping with sarcasm. You must really be into the world. So just by knowing how to make a meme, you assume that you know everything about pop culture and technology and everything, okay? Another great example is this one. This is a question, but doesn't have a question mark on it, okay? So, you know all the guns in Call of Duty? You must be quite the gun expert, okay? So here are some examples. I want you to all think of a time in your life when you were sarcastic at somebody, okay? It could be to a sibling, it could be to a friend of yours, and I want you all to draw a square on your paper, all right? This will be your verbally, this is it. Draw a special square, just for the meme, okay? A special square just for the meme, and you are going to write your own meme using verbal irony. Now remember, think of your example. Think of your situation where you were sarcastic to somebody, okay? For like, if my mom were writing me this meme, she would say like, hey, you want a dog, right? You want a dog? Tough, you're getting a little brother. All right? It's like tough, you're getting a little brother. So you start with a question on top, and then you make a verbally ironic statement on the bottom, all right? I will come around, you guys have 1 minute to write your own memes, all right? So that you can have and hold and treasure them until the day you die, or this notebook dies, all right? And I'll be coming around and answering any questions, all right? You have 1 minute, Mark, stay go. We will be sharing those, one more thing. We will be sharing them at the end, so make them nice, okay? Not something you would be willing to share, okay? Mark, stay go. 1 minute. No, you don't have to draw a picture.
You're right. That is so good. Oh, that's a good one. You feel me? Oh, we have 10 more seconds. All right. All right, here we go. So, would anybody be willing to share their meme with us? I saw some pretty good ones. Now I'll just call. All right, yes? Go ahead. It was Grumpy Cat. It said, "Happy birthday. Now you're 1 year closer to dying."
Oh, excellent. 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 What about you, my friends? Do you mind sharing?
Hey, you must play that game a lot. Because you gotta be an expert.
All right. All right, so it says, hey, so you play a game a lot? You must be an expert. You can see how he read it and then just like changing the tone just a little made it totally sarcastic. Awesome job. All right, let's get one from over here. Close your eyes. Do you want to share? All right, here we go. Last one, guys. I need you to pay attention. Okay, guys? Big play noise. Go ahead.
Can I use the bathroom? I don't know what to do.
Super sarcastic. Very nicely done. Okay, so these are your grammar. Excellent job. This is verbal irony. We will be using this later on to read Anne Frank, okay? Everyone put your writing notebooks up and pass them all the way down. I'm going to give you guys 15 seconds. These need to be gone with right.
Addison, what I read all my stuff. What I put is your body was on the stop myself. Are you serious, kid?
What? What is it? right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Eyes on me. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to be talking about the art of reading out loud or storytelling. So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you each, I'm going to split you all into groups, okay? Groups of 3 or 4 people. I want you all to write your names on this article and then make a funny face at me, okay? So I know you guys are ready. Oh, that's a good one. I'm liking these already. Okay, so you 3 would be a group. You 4 here. Would you be a group? I'll be right back.
It's okay. Okay, we're ready. I'm ready.
Put your name on. And so I'll do the name on and make faces.
Boy, I'm writing in person.
Be ready.
This is my girl.
She's finding this girl.
Are you ready? Alright.
No, I don't want to write pictures.
No, I don't
like
like
doing that
that.
picture. Someone
You're 3?
Yeah. I don't know if I spelled their name right. You did. Good. What have we done?
No, you're right.
Alright, everyone. If you're going to put names on it, I can't see it. Funny face
I got the I got one day.
We're not ready though.
Look at that. Look at that.
Write your names on the article.
Alright.
Alright. Yes. Okay, so, hey guys in the back, I need your attention please. These are some important instructions that you will need to succeed in this next part and to help you read and write. Okay, so everybody's group. Hey, can I have your attention please? That's all right. Thank you for your attention. All right, so everybody has a group. We'll each be reading a different paragraph and passing it on to somebody else. Once you've read through the entire paragraph, you have a little mark of purple to show you what paragraph you are going to become an expert on, okay? And to show me you've become an expert on it, I want you guys to write one sentence. Just a simple sentence telling me what that paragraph is about, okay? You guys have 5 minutes to read the paragraph and to write your sentence, all right? Any questions? Yeah. You write your sentence on paper, okay? Great question. And your marks, you have 5 minutes. Marks, get set, go.
Okay,
Look at that. I got a bonus. No, like,
Just one day and I have a B.
Sometimes
B, C, C, A.
the president
2 days.
You think so?
Reading it again.
You just say what is this?
Listening out loud, I call it.
I'll come back. Wait, did you mark all of them?
We're doing it so that more widespread. So I
Did you?
What are we supposed to do?
listen to audio.
Oh, it's right there.
About reader inside the early 19th century, about the time of Jane Austen, there's something okay, your turn.
I'm not asking for help.
Okay. Right there.
I'm not talking.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I guess that's a lie. I'd go up there.
That's scary.
I'd go up to pick it up.
You made it. I want to read it at the It's hard about
She's gonna follow us. Reading out loud.
Yeah.
Oh. Reading out loud would actually physical words. You read with your lungs and different. Shut up. With the tongue and lips, it's very different. Oh, basically this is the same read with your mouth.
I'm so tired.
Read with, okay, read aloud. Particularly actually new. How do you read aloud? Because it's actually reading aloud.
I'm gonna email Mr. Jones right now.
Summarize it, Junior.
Oh, stop by your body.
Guys, maybe. Hey, summarize. Just summarize. Okay, keep going. Leave.
What's mine?
I've known you since like 5th grade. Hey, me too.
Wait,
You guys have
I've done yours.
4 minutes.
What?
What's my first name?
Your sentence yet.
Naughty.
Stop what you're reading. And then write your sentence, okay?
gonna call on us.
Wait.
Reading aloud.
No, Brooke, did you read? Yeah, we reading that one.
Basically, Martian. I went to 34 different elementaries. So, I went to Springville Elementary for 2 schools. This is First through 4th apart, and then 5th through 6th.
So you never went to Skylar School?
I did. Or first through 4th. I can't do the ball most of the time.
Wait, what school is
I want
that?
everyone's attention here, okay? Okay, we're running out of time here. So for those who did their sentences, excellent. I'm going to for what I thought was the most important part of the article. Who had paragraph number 5? That should be you guys. All right, would you read to us your sentence? Do you want to use the microphone?
Wait, read the sentence.
Read the sentence.
Wait, like the summarized sentence.
Yeah, the summarized sentence.
Okay.
Read the summarized sentence.
Basically, it's saying that.
Hey guys. Guys.
No.
I know you've all done the work for this, and he's done a great job with his work too. And
Okay.
I want you guys to be a little respectful for this, okay?
It says something. I read it, but it's hard to summarize.
Great. Would you read to us the first sentence?
Reading out loud captures the physicality of words.
Physicality of words.
Okay. Awesome job. Thank you, Junior. Okay. So, how many of you realize what you? How many of you have ever thought about what it takes to speak before? Like you do it every day. I hear some of you are doing it now. But have you ever thought, like, oh, I have to breathe, and that breath has to go somewhere. That breath has a muscle, and the lungs aren't the muscles; they're just the bag. You got a muscle that holds it down, called the diaphragm, and then you have lungs that keep the air and push it out. Then you have your vocal cords, and then just speaking itself is not exactly easy. I can talk on the phone. That's not a problem. But to actually like speak and to keep people's attention, I know 2 every 10 people did that to me. But when people speak to people, it's an art. It really is an art. So to practice, we're going to be reading and training soon. So to practice, I have a little fun game. You go back to your groups.
Okay. Oh.
Alright guys, I need you just 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and it's going to be a fun 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so, I want you in your groups, this is gonna be a talking exercise, but you can't talk till I say go, okay?
Okay.
So each of you, you're going to read out loud in your normal voice, these 5 phrases here, okay? Then each of you are gonna decide a different role. Someone's gonna be a princess, someone's gonna be a mad scientist, someone's gonna be a cowboy, and they're going to be saying these sentences, and you guys are gonna go in a circle. You're gonna start all with the first phrase. And, for example, Juliet, let's pretend Juliet here is the worldwide wrestler. And she says normally, there's a snake in my boot, okay? But can you just imagine what she's gonna say if she was a worldwide wrestler? I've got a snake in my boot! You know? So you're all gonna say, and then, I'm sorry, what's your name? Brady. Let's say Brady is the policeman. And then he comes up and he's like, imagine he's going up to the car and he's gonna be like, I've got a snake in my boot. Can I see your driver's registration, please? You know, that's your voice. So you're also going to read the same phrase, but in your different voices. Okay? That make sense? So first thing, you're going to all read out loud the phrases, okay? Number 2, you're going to choose a role. All right? And number 3, you're going to go through the list of phrases. Each one of you will be reading your own phrase in your own voice. The phrase in your own voice, all right? Any questions? On your mark, get set, go.
No way. No way, dude.
That's no.
No way, dude. That's not it. No way. It's not it. My sister's wedding this Saturday. What? No way, dude. I think mad science.
I don't know how to say it.
I got science.
Leave your articles at the front of the room.